Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Andy Jenkinson, the caravan industry expert. Hi, welcome to a new video. This video today is a review on the Eskuta electric bike. Now, 3 years ago I did a review and I was impressed with this bike. And Eskuta said to me, did I want to look at the slightly updated version? And I said yes, it would be great to do that. The trouble is, it's in bloody winter time. So cold, my hands are nearly dropping off. Now, this video is going to be slightly different. What I'm doing is, I'm doing my intro and I'm doing my intro, and then I'll do what I think of it. And what I'll do is I'll put a lot of sort of footage in between times. So, yeah, the Eskuta, it's got several things that they've improved on it. They've given it a new LED light at the front, they've got a new dial on the top for your speedometer, etc. And they've also just sort of given it a bit of an update really. There's keyless starting as well with it. You still get the alarm of course and the locking steering, and you get a centre stand and a side stand, and you get 2 disc brakes, and those brakes are pretty key because I know I've tried them today, and yeah, they brought me to a stop pretty quick. Now, my daughter's used this bike and she loved it. She thought it was great. So this bike will do about 17 miles an hour legally without having to have a license, etc. So basically, if you're 16 and over, you can actually use this bike. I'd always say wear a helmet. I wasn't today and I should have been, but I mean, it's not law, but it's just common sense that that's what you do. So I went out today, very cold, and also I mean, I went out before to get my sandwich. The guy at the sandwich bar was quite impressed, and he quite liked the look of it. And then there's some kids today who saw it and they said it looked really smart. And it looks like a bike. It's a proper bike. It's got that moped look about. There's some weight in there. Yes, it's about 2,000 quid or plus, but you're getting a lot of bike for your money. And you can see why motorhome users like it as well. To put on the back of the motorhome or in the rear garage, if you've got a motorhome that has a larger rear garage. So I charged it up. When I got back from the sandwich bar, I sort of put it on because it was like coming on. I put it on for about an hour. Left it charging. Now, one thing I would say is that the cable isn't long enough. It could do with a couple of feet on that cable for the charger, definitely. Otherwise, it means taking the battery out, messing about basically, and bringing it indoors and charging it. It could do a good couple of feet extra on the cable. The charger is kept in the front of the bike, just below the headlamp. Now that is great. If you don't get it in quite right, it's a job to shorten it. Sometimes it didn't open up very well on the example I got, so maybe that was just me. But what did I think of it? Well, I'll tell you that at the end of the video. I'm just going to show you snaps and shots of it. And to be quite honest, it is a slight improvement on the last couple of years model. Those extra little bits on. So, cold. Went a couple of miles on it today. Excuse me. Terrible cough. Terrible. Can't get rid of these this last couple of days. But what I would always say is definitely, if you're buying a electric bike, is I would go somewhere quiet and just practice on it and get used to it and give yourself plenty of time before you start and actually go out on the open road with it. This one's got indicators, got brake lights, but I've been on an electric bike now for a couple of years, and I must admit I felt a little bit wary. As the day went on, I felt better on it, got a little bit more confidence, but definitely these are a sort of bike that, you know, once you, because electric motors are low in torque, so you really shoot off, and you really need to get used to that. Anyway, the battery was going down in the end of the video. Actually, the battery just went kaputted. I didn't realise how much juice it was lacking. So yeah, that was the end of the video. But anyway, enough of that. Just get watching, see what you think. Right, so now we've got the Eskuta out in a bit better environment. It's in my garage. What I do like is the suspension. Now this will take, you know, the suspension is pretty good. It's quite a good ride actually. And again, you've got your disc brakes on here. The seat will come up. The indicators, front and back, and also there's a storage compartment here at the front for putting your basically your charger in there. Now it is a little bit difficult to get in there. It's not easy if you don't get it in right. It's one of them. But anyway, it's got new LED lights on the front, and of course you've got this here, which is very handy, putting your mobile phone on. Now I've just been riding it and it's literally gone back on. It'll need some more juice in it. Now I only had it on for about an hour, so I can't say it would be fully charged up, obviously, but it does make a difference when it is fully charged up. Obviously, you know, of course it does. But anyway, I'm going to take it. We'll take it down some of these other back roads. And yeah, give me content on it as we go along. Now I think it looks really smart. Now there was just a couple of kids and they were saying, wow, smart bike. And it is very smart, because at the end of the day it doesn't look like an electric bike with a, well, you know what I'm saying, don't you, with a little electric motor stuck on it like a lot of the electric bikes are. This looks a real McCoy. Even down to the nice little design feature of the Eskuta being put on the front forks there. It's just nice. It's just, yeah. I think they've done a really good job. Right, we'll go out and get some. I'll give a commentary on it as I'm riding it. Because as I say, this would be absolutely ideal. This is ideal for motorhome users. Right, here we go. Now this ain't going to be easy because I'm trying to get the microphone exactly, you know, sit the key in, we're all ready to roll. As I say, the little light's coming up to say it does need some more power in the battery. Oh. Now what I would suggest to anybody who buys one of these is literally go somewhere very, very quiet and have basically a bit of a play around, because, you know, with an electric scooter, a bit like an electric car, very low torquey thing, and they can be quite, yeah. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I know I did it last time. I know what I'm going to do. Sorry about this, people. See what I can do. This is really hard when you're doing it on your own. It's where you could do with a hand and right. You just have to forgive the fact it's getting really busy here now, actually. Yeah, like I was saying, really what you need to do is you need to get somewhere quiet and really get used to it, especially if you've not ridden a bike for a long time. Oh, here we go. Because these things are quite low torque type things. Still my Caravan there. Now I'm trying to do this with one-handed. It's not advisable. Also, I'd always say get a helmet as well, because I think no matter what, you do need one. Now this is a fair old nippy machine, as electric bikes are. I've ridden a few over the years. Last couple of years. What's reassuring with these is, of course, the brakes are very good. Right, I'm just going to try and get round here now. It's going to be a bit difficult. Trouble is with this camera, it's not, I didn't do it. It's a longer strap, so the camera rides lower than what my other one did. My other one used to be about there, so it's a bit of a pain, that. Right, I'm going to make a dash for it. Now, oh God, got to be careful because it's quite slippery actually, especially when you've got wet leaves around, you know. Now this will go quicker as you pedal it as well. So, oh, that's pretty nippy. I just wish it was wish it was summer. Oops. Now, those brakes really work well. I'm really struggling here because actually I'm trying to hold the camera straight up and it won't have it. I don't want to damage the camera, obviously, so trust me to get it now at the busy time. The camera's just got a mind of its own. Yeah, the straps are too long on it actually, far too long. Should have probably used the other camera. Now it's just before Christmas, so there's a lot of people are finishing and what have you. It's still busy, very busy. Oh, busy, and it's blinking cold, I tell you. Yeah, I would definitely say build up your confidence before you actually go out on the public roads. I mean, I last rode an electric bike 12 months ago, and it's like, it's amazing. I mean, I used to ride motorbikes and things, but these days, just wouldn't do it, I suppose. Alright, I'm going to go for it. Oh. There we go. Whee! Now these are absolutely ideal for popping to the shops, definitely. It's a smooth ride, no doubt about it, but as I say, the battery is not at its fullest. So what I would always suggest, if you have one of these, is keep it topped up, because if you've not ridden it for a while, what you will find is it's gone down the battery. And I think as well, with it being so very, very cold, it was a few weeks ago, it was like -6 and things like that. It certainly made its difference. Right, this is going to be a bit of a struggle. A couple of miles away from home, I'm just hoping the battery's going to last. Now look, I'm sorry about this, but the camera's going to have to really dandle. It's either that or I come off it, and I don't fancy doing that. But as I say, you do need, I do suggest you do a bike helmet on these. I don't know if you can just pick up that knocking noise, but that's the back box on this, which I think is an optional extra actually. So I'm doing my best here, sorry about this folks. It should be a better review than this. But my hands are absolutely dropping off it. It's cold, even though it's gone milder, it feels a lot colder. Now, as you get used to this, it's not so bad. And you start to build up your confidence. Because I say, if you've not been on a bike for a long time, then you really do need to go somewhere quiet. Now this is now sort of, I don't know, I've got the green button on which you can do. Now the seat's quite comfortable. I would think if you're going to start to sort of use it for any distance, you could get a bit saddle sore maybe. Got the old indicators on there. This bar here could be a bit of a nuisance actually, it's just a bit annoying. But maybe not. It's to put your phone on and stuff, isn't it? So as I say, if you've not been on a bike for some time, definitely get some practice in. I've got a car behind me now, or a van. Okay, fella. Yeah, I don't think he was too keen on my skills there. This is really, really hard. So try and balance the camera as well as doing this. And what happens is, because it's going down the battery, it sort of gives you spurts and then you don't want to know. It sort of just dwindles off to nothing. So I've been peeped by a van, and the van's man let me through. Thank you. Don't know if he heard me. I mean, this is a really bad pot-only road, but it's what it does tend to do, it kicks in very quickly. It's not a smooth delivery of power actually. But anyway, let's get going home. It is so cold. It really is. I think you'll find that this could be really handy for just pottering about on, especially if you're a motorhome user. Right, well, what do I think of the Eskuta? Well, first of all, it's good fun. It's also very useful. You've got a little box here that is, I think, is an optional extra. You can get a few bits and pieces in, and overall, it's a smooth little ride, and it looks the part. But what I would always suggest was A, wear a helmet, don't be like me. B, also, if you buy one of these, get to ride it somewhere quiet first. Also, remember that it's like a small motorcycle, it's like a moped, and with an electric motor, it is quite torquey, so off it goes. Once you get used to it, it's fine. But what I do like is the fact that they've redesigned the dial here. Tells you how many miles you've done, what miles an hour you're doing, when your battery's getting low, which is getting low now. And also you can have two up on here. Now I would suggest probably not a good idea unless in an emergency to have two people on here. I think it's quite tight on there, and that would take your fuel consumption down, as it were. 15 mile an hour, so it's perfectly legal. 16-year-old can ride this. It really does look good, and those little tweaks that they've done make it even better. It's got a good decent alarm on it, I know, because it's screeched off, and things like a little mobile phone holder, that type of thing, but it really does look good. It'll lock up, consequently it'll make it harder for somebody to nick. But it really does look the part. I can see why the Eskuta is being a popular electric bike. Yes, it takes some getting used to, as I've said, and I do recommend, as I say before, I keep emphasising this, go out somewhere quiet, go somewhere where you won't be disturbed and just practice up and down, up and down, up and down. A bit like learning to ride a bike again, really. If you've been in a car for many years like I have, be on a bike, all of a sudden you feel very vulnerable. But once you get used to it, basically use your common sense and that type of thing, you'll be fine. The suspension's pretty good, even on a rough road like this. And I've been down some quite I went down a potholey road before, and it wasn't too bad. Got picked up by a delivery van driver, but I put the indicators the wrong way round. I was indicating right when I should have been going left. But anyway. But yeah, this is really a bike that I think you should go and have a look at. I can see why motorhome users are definitely finding this very handy to have. Right, I'm going to go because I am absolutely frozen. I've got a really bad cold. I've been aching all over. My hands are just about to drop off, and this is supposed to be the milder weather as well. It's the 21st of December, the shortest day. Thank God the nights are going to start to get that little tinsy wincy bit more lighter. Anyway, I'm going to go shoot off, and I'll see you on the next video. Please like, please subscribe, and just hope you like the variations that we get on the channel. Right, I'm going to go. You're going to think I'm going to fall off it. I'm not going to fall off it. No, they did do. No, they did do. Right, I'm going to go. It is really, really cold. There's a centre stand on this as well, but I prefer to use the little stand. Oh gosh, see you on the next video. Oh hell, if I turned it on. Don't say it's telling me it's no power left in it. I'm not going to go. It has actually run out of juice. Literally, thankfully, I'm only down the road. So my grand entrance of riding off down here has been foiled. Anyway, you've got the gist of it. And it just shows you now that it needs to be charged up, because it is now flat as a pancake. And it will not go. I can pedal it, but that's about it. So, lesson one, make sure it's chopped up and charged up properly. I just literally topped up a little bit, but you know, boy, it's just saying it won't go now. So, that's that. I'll see you on the next video. A long walk home now. Typical. Could only happen to me. I don't know. Blowing cold. Battery's gone.
Thanks for watching the video. Hope you like them. Please don't forget to press the thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.